Some of you might be thinking, why listen to this guy? Why study yoga with me? What does he have to offer? I want to share a couple things with you, namely how I came to yoga. Most yoga enthusiasts find it through the physical component of yoga, and I actually found yoga through the pursuit of meditation and spiritual growth. I was fascinated by the process of meditation and how that is incorporated into your daily life, and I approach all my yoga classes and my meditation and breathwork classes from the perspective of how does this aid my spiritual progress and my soul's journey, frankly. And that's what I wanted to share with you. When I met my spiritual mentor back in 2006, we have a shared love of the Yoga Sutras. We combined our love of the Yoga Sutras with our study in theosophy, along with modern day teachers such as Eckhart Tolle, and we put those three foundational informed paths together into a book that we co-wrote together in 2012 called Ancient Wisdom for a New Age, a practical guide for spiritual growth. And the subtitle is the key, a practical guide for spiritual growth. Everything that I teach, whether it's a yoga class or a yoga nidra or meditation, I want it to be practical. I want it to be useful in your everyday life. And that's exactly what this book was. When I first started, I heard the cliche and pop culture terms like chakras, reincarnation, karma, but I didn't really know what the heck those meant. I had a vague understanding, and many of you probably have a vague understanding too. Maybe you have more specific understanding. But there was nothing that I found that clearly explained these things. So that's exactly what Terry and I did with this book. We made a treatise on spirituality in general, aimed at clarifying and giving a tangible understanding to seekers of these concepts and how these concepts can apply to your actual life. Like when you get out of bed and go to work in the morning and have a conflict at work, for example. How do the teachings of yoga inform your skills when you handle a challenge? So that's what this book is all about. And let me give you an example of some of the actual topics that are in the book. The very first chapter is called Our Spiritual Journey, and that's an overview, a bird's eye view of your soul's path and how your soul is enriched by every experience that you have in life. And then we have a chapter which is quite bold called Beyond the Human Kingdom, in which we ask one of the biggest and most avoided questions in the spiritual world. What's the end goal? What are the mechanics of enlightenment, and what does that actually look like? We talk about that, and I think it's important. And then what comes after enlightenment? And then the remainder of the book, most of the remainder of the book, is everything in between. The actual tactics of life and how to live more skillfully. The tactics, what happens when there's an emotional flare-up? What happens when we're confronted with challenge in life? How does love work? How to navigate relationships in life? That's the practical part of spirituality. That's why I think you should study with me, because I offer these profound concepts in a digestible way, a way that meant a lot to me when I was learning, and I hope it means a lot to you as well. This book, along with the Yoga Sutras of Patanjali and the Bhagavad Gita and a few others, are the course texts, the syllabus for the upcoming yoga philosophy course that I'm teaching starting in a couple weeks. And we dive deep into all these things. So if you have any interest in that, information is below. If I don't see you there, I hope to see you at a meditation class, a breathwork workshop, a retreat, or maybe some yoga right here in this space here in the backyard. I hope to meet you in person soon if I haven't already. Namaste.